Degsy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest live stream. Man, blockbuster match is upon us. Watch along literally scheduled in few hours' time. It's the top of the table clash, man. It's the top of the table clash, and we are finally here, man. We are finally here. The moment is here. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. A lot of you guys have reached out to me on DM saying that, Miz, we need this preview. We need this preview on the match day. We need to rally. We need to galvanize the squad, galvanize the fan base. We need to all come together. Well, we're here. Well, we're here, man. We're here. And we're going to have a very, very good time. I've got a good feeling. I've got a good feeling, man. You know me, when I have a good feeling. Look, it's not going to be easy. I'm not even going to lie. It's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a battle and a half. But I have a very good feeling our players are locked in. It's been too long, man. It's been too long. I was looking at the stats just the other day. I think since 2018, we haven't beaten Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. Do you know how wild that is? That is extremely wild. That's 8 years, man. That's 8 years of suffering. I mean, we've beaten them since then. We've beaten them in Europa League. We've beaten them at the Emirates, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Big up to Ashraf in the building. Everyone is locked in, Miz. I need this W. We are all locked in. We are all locked in more than you can believe. More than you can believe. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. And I said this in my last video. I don't think I've ever wanted a victory this bad, man, for in recent times. Obviously, we played the Club World Cup final against PSG. Of course, I wanted the win there, but this, more than anything, man, I really, really want this victory. It means a lot. It means a lot, man. The jeopardy, there's so much on the line, man. There is a lot on the line for both clubs. It gives us the opportunity to put a nice little dent on Arsenal's progress this season. They're seeming to run away with it, right? They're seeming to run away with it, and no one else seems to do anything about it. Spurs had a shot. Spurs are rubbish. If anything, Spurs, I won't even be surprised if Spurs dwindle around the relegation battle very, very soon. Now it's up to us. Bayern Munich had a shot, but obviously Bayern Munich are not in the Premier League. But Bayern Munich in the Champions League had a shot. Bayern Munich been embarrassed. Royally embarrassed. Thoroughly embarrassed. What does give me heart is if you are resilient, if you actually take the game to Arsenal, if you match the physicality, if you match the intensity, if you match the intent, much like Sunderland, then you can do something. You can definitely do something here. Sunderland showed a mad, hell of a lot of grit. Do you think we can't show that? We can definitely show that. At our home ground, we can definitely show that. And on top of that, the record at home, it needs to change against Arsenal, man. It needs to change. This record can't continue forever. I'm sorry. It changes today. It happens today. I hope the players know about this record and they do their level best to eradicate this situation. You cannot let this linger along any longer. Yes, in previous seasons, we've not been good. In previous seasons, we've not been good. But now I feel like after years of suffering, I feel like we're there. We're somewhat there. We may not be polished enough to win the Premier League, but we're somewhere there. We need to be taken seriously. These lot, I see it in the live chat as well. These Arsenal lot, they don't take us seriously, They really don't. And do you know what the funny thing is? I despise this football club so much, man. Arsenal are probably one of my most hated football clubs. Like, there's quite a few football clubs that I hate, but Arsenal has to be the most hated. These guys, they barely win anything. Like, we've actually won the Club World Cup. We've also won the Conference League recently. I know that means nothing. I get that. Arsenal, you're not in that competition, so how can you win that? But we've won the Club World Cup. I know you're going to say you're not in that competition either. We won the Champions League not that long ago. We've even won the Premier League most recently than Arsenal. Arsenal haven't won any of the, they can say FA Cup and whatnot, sure. And I'll take that. I'll take it from them. The FA Cup, sure. But overall, these guys, they barely win anything. They've never won the Champions League. And the last time they won the Premier League was 20 years ago. more than 20 years ago. But they act like, this football club, they act like they win it on a regular basis. They move and they act like they win it on a regular basis. They even forget the fact that for the past few seasons, they've bottled it hard. Last season, they were probably hot favorites before the start of the season, and then Liverpool ran away with it. Seasons prior to that, back-to-back 2 seasons, they were leading, and then they bottled it. These guys, can you imagine the amount of arrogance that these lot have, and they don't even win stuff. Can you imagine if they actually win something? Like, we find them annoying and very, very disturbing. Imagine they actually win something. Imagine they go on and win the Premier League. It'll be unbearable. They're unbearable without the trophy. Imagine they win the trophy. So this is why it's so important. This match, it's right there. It's there. It's at home. In front of your home crowd. They're going to cheer for you. In front of millions, they're going to be across the world. Best believe, majority of the fan base across the world are going to be cheering on for Chelsea. They're all going to be cheering on for Chelsea because they don't want Arsenal to run away with it. You best believe Manchester City fans, they're going to be cheering on for Chelsea. Liverpool fans will be cheering on for Chelsea. Everyone will be cheering on for Chelsea. We get a victory today, which I know and I believe we can, and we will. It puts an immense dent and a doubt on Arsenal. Believe me. Look at Barcelona. Look at Hansi Flick. He's crying. Rafinha trying to soothe him. Hansi Flick before the match against Alaves saying, hey, that loss against Chelsea has morally disturbed us, has morally, unsettled us. I'm telling you, we get the victory against Arsenal, similar implications will happen to Arsenal. This is why it's so important. I hope the players understand this. You get a victory, 1, you break the record at Stamford Bridge. This nonsense record that's going on right now for Arsenal. 2, you genuinely become title contenders. Chelsea Football Club, mark my words, we win today against Arsenal, we genuinely become title contenders. No ifs, no buts about it. Everyone will need to line up, align, and get in order. You become title contenders. And 3, you start putting a mad doubt on Arsenal's future. You really do. You think Arsenal fans, you cop a loss today, they're going to be able to sleep fine? No, they won't. Yeah, they'll be 3 points ahead, no problems. But that doubt will creep in. Arteta will lose his mind. Then there's so many other bits and bobs, right? Caicedo, look at the disrespect sometimes Caicedo gets. Doesn't get into team of the season last season. People, they keep favoring Declan Rice. Declan Rice, a better midfielder. Even though Maresca coming out and educating people, they play different roles. Rice should be compared to Enzo Fernandez. They have more box to box. Caicedo plays deeper. But they all want to talk about Caicedo. There's that battle there. Caicedo will be revved up. I know it. Enzo Fernandez will be revved up. I know it. And don't forget, our ex-players that have gone to Arsenal, I don't want them to see happy. I want them to come to Stamford Bridge and I want them to leave crying. Madueke. It's no more. It's no more. I feel like everyone will rise. I feel like all the players will rise. And it's time. It's time to absolutely choke Arsenal out. Get them to tap out. It's a good match. There'll be some good matchups. Let's see. Let's see how their attack fares against Kukurea. Let's see how their midfield fares against our midfield. I'm not really concerned. Some people are saying in the live chat, oh, but their attack. Yeah, they do well as a unit, but so do our attack as a unit. We've been doing all right in recent times. Scoring goals is not really an issue for us. Making sure we can be solid at the back has been an issue. And in recent times, even that's been good. Robert Sanchez has been rock solid. You think Robert Sanchez is not looking forward to this fixture? A couple of seasons ago, Robert Sanchez screwed up in this fixture. You think he's not desperate to find Arsenal Football Club today and make those wrongs, correct those wrongs of a few seasons ago? You think Robert Sanchez is not looking forward to it? Look how many people disrespect our centre backs, our CBs. You think they're not going to be up for it, interested to showcase to the entire world that, hey, you need to start putting some respect, man. Wesley Fofana, I don't know whether he's going to start. Can he start another game? I think there should be enough break. There should have been enough break from the Barcelona game. The Barcelona game was good 4 or 5 days ago now. Right? I think four days ago. Tuesday night, was it? Yeah. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, today, Sunday. So 4 days, let's say. So hopefully Wesley Fofana might be fit. You think he won't be up for this game to show that, people talk about Saliba, people talk about even Mosquera, this, that, the other, Hincapié. You think Wesley Fofana doesn't want to put his name in and around those mix? Chalobah's been strong recently. He's been called up for the England squad. You think he's not going to show up? And he's not going to want to do well. We'll see whether Reece James or is Malo Gusto. It'll be interesting to see what sort of lineup comes up. But whatever it is, I don't feel scared one bit. I don't feel worried. I'm so secured with my squad. I'm so secured with my manager. I'm confident that the right game plan will happen. And I'm confident the players will carry it out. Our players, the other extra motivation. We've taken care of teams in recent times, and we've taken care of PSG. We've taken care of Liverpool. We've taken care of Barcelona. Our players will be locked in to take care of Arsenal. Arsenal right now, undoubtedly, the world says it as well. They're the best team in the world. Forget about Europe. They're probably the best team in the world. This is our chance right here, right now, to show the best team in the world who are the world champions of the world. To show the best team in the world right now, to show that we are the Club World Cup champions. There's a reason why we've got the golden badge. There's a reason. I cannot wait. I'm already picturing us celebrating full-time victorious. Look, I don't know. I'm not going to predict like the last time I did against Barcelona, because against Barcelona, I felt like there was a clear picture in terms of what the score can be. I don't know what the score can be here, but it's going to be marginal. That's all I feel. It's going to be marginal. I won't even be surprised if Chelsea Football Club end up winning 1-0. In fact, that's probably going to be my prediction, 1-0. Whatever the case is, the bottom line is we're going to win. Villain, big up to you, my man. Who's going to score, Miz? My score prediction, 1-0. I'm going to go with Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez to score. Enzo Fernandez to win. All of these players are going to be up for this occasion. I won't even lie one bit. All of these players will be up for this occasion. And a win really opens up this Premier League. The Premier League needs a win for Chelsea Football Club, man. The Premier League needs a win for Chelsea Football Club. I know a few people have been saying, what about a draw? Look, you know what? Prior to the Barcelona game, I was thinking it's a must-not-lose game. Whatever happens, don't lose. So if you get a draw, no problems. But the more I think about it, the draw does nothing. The draw does nothing. What the draw really tells us is, yeah, we are secondary still. We are secondary. We have the opportunity to change a lot of people's mindset. We have our players, our manager, everyone involved with the football club, they have an opportunity to change the mindset of many people within our fan base. Forget about the opposition, forget about the rivals. But today, these lot have the opportunity to change the mindset of many people within our fan base. That's a huge thing. We need to take that opportunity. And as I said, what better place to do this than at home? What better settings? You cannot get any better setting than this. Everything is on our side. Home ground. Predominantly every rival fans will be going for Chelsea today. Everyone will be against Arsenal. It's our chance, man. It's our chance, and I'm very, very confident that we'll do it. I'm very, very confident that we will do it. Honestly. Let's see what you guys have to say. Left wing Neto, right wing Esteval, Palmer off the bench. Look, there's some stories that apparently Esteval might not start. They're just going to monitor his workload. He did start against Barcelona, don't forget. Whatever the case is, if he doesn't start, I don't mind as long as we are not behind. If we can keep things level or even be in front and then introduce Esteval after, that's going to be electric. Cole Palmer's back as well. Don't expect him to start, but I expect him to come off the bench. You never know. Maybe Cole Palmer might start, you know. Maybe Cole Palmer might start and then he might come off and Esteval might come on. I don't know. Because Enzo Maresca did say that Cole Palmer is ready to start. He is ready to start. Falan, big up my man. It's going to be Dilap, JP, Garnacho, and Neto. Look, I don't mind. I don't mind one bit. It may not even be that, by the way. It may not be that. But I don't mind that one bit. Because I feel like we might go with a midfield three. Because if that's the case, then I don't think we'll go with Dilap and João Pedro. We might go with João Pedro, and then we might try and deploy Reece James in midfield and Malo Gusto as right back. I just feel like we might do that again. We did that against Barcelona. We did that against PSG. We might actually do that. We tend to do that against bigger teams. It just gives a better balance. And Malo Gusto is a player. How can you can't drop him right now? But then again, I don't know what Malo Gusto's in terms of health-wise, because he did got taken off half-time now against Barcelona. I don't know whether it was because of the yellow card or because he took a knock. But all throughout since the Barcelona game, we've not really heard that Malo Gusto's been suffering from any injury or anything. So If he's fully fit, then I would actually go with Malo Gusto. I know Andre Santos really played well. I know Reece James didn't do well in the first half against Barcelona. In the second half, it was a lot better. But regardless, I need Reece James to play. I need my captain to play. Today, against this big team, I need my captain to play. Because we only do it to teams that want to play football. Arsenal are Stoke on steroids. Now, look, I hear that. I hear Arsenal, they do have Stoke nature about them. Set pieces is something that we really need to concentrate on. But they do want to play football. It's not like they want to just sit back. They want to play football. I won't be surprised if we deploy that policy. Ashraf, big up to you. Don't forget Leeds game in 2 days as well. Some players will have to drop for rotating next game. You're right. You're absolutely right. I think the Leeds game is on Wednesday, right? So Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, it's not enough time. Wednesday evening. 2 days rest. So you're right. There will be, if Esteva doesn't start this, he's starting against Leeds. And you know what? I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Cole Palmer's coming back. Isugu's coming back as well. He's already returned in training. So, look, I'm not worried about the Leeds game, man. We need to beat Leeds. We need to beat Leeds. But we'll worry about that later on. I'm not concentrating on Leeds now. I'm more focused on Arsenal. You're going to face the dirtiest mid-block, and you guys can't handle a mid-block from all your lost games. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we can handle and what you can handle. We'll see, man. Look, if we don't win, no problems. A lot of people have been saying that we're not ready to compete. We'll just go for top 4. Club's saying we'll go for top 4. So what are you worried about? Arsenal fans, what are you worried about? If we don't win, we go on our merry way. We'll try and finish second. But if we win, if we catch you guys, which I know I will, which I know we will, then how are you going to feel? How will you feel then? Honestly. Isugo, don't sleep on his talent either. Nah, he's very talented. Very, very talented. Marvo, big up to you. Arsenal need to win after City winning against Leeds. They ain't parking the bus. Exactly. The gap, I think, with Manchester City is 4 points. So we win, then the gap becomes 3. Arsenal, they will not be just sitting around. I'm telling you right now. I'll be very surprised if they just sit around, have a mid-block, and not really try and entertain the thought of coming after us. We want you to come after us. We want you to come after us, so that we can have a head-to-head tussle. Am I the only one who really sees Arsenal bottling this again this season? You're not the only one, man. History suggests Arsenal are known to bottling it consistently. History suggests that. Unless otherwise, this is what history suggests. Means our approach should be for a win and not for a draw. 100%. I think our players know that we need to go for a win here and make this season an interesting one. Because what does a draw achieve for us? What does a draw achieve for us? Arsenal will be still 6 points ahead. Draw really achieves nothing. So I'm pretty sure at home, and knowing the fact that we haven't beaten Arsenal in like 8 years at Stamford Bridge, our players will definitely be up for that. They will be safe in the first half, but second half they'll go for it. I think, look, it will be an interesting battle. It'll be an interesting battle, but I feel like there'll be a narrow victory for us. It'll be a narrow victory for us. Gino, big up to you, my man. Here we go. Today is the day. Rise or fall. Look, I don't think we're falling. I really don't think we're falling. I definitely feel that we're rising. I really do. I really, really do. The bridge was buzzing against Barca. Atmosphere should be huge bonus for us. Huge. Huge. Make it very difficult and hostile for Arsenal, man. Make it very difficult. Boo every single one of their touches. Make them feel that the crowd is the 12th man. Make them feel that. Make them feel that. I just know that from what I saw Arsenal against Sunderland, you can make Arsenal panic, you know. You really can. You can make them panic. Apply a little bit of pressure, you can make them panic. You got to take that. You got to be gutsy. You've got to be brave. You've got to be courageous. If Chelsea come out of the blocks timid, I'm telling you, Arsenal will sense that. Arsenal under Arteta, regardless of how much we laugh and banter, just that aside for a second, they've been growing under Arteta. They really have, to a point where, you know, their mentality is very strong. If they sense that we are being a little bit timid, little bit hesitant, they'll smell blood and they'll come after it. But if you go in with the approach like the way Sunderland showed, take the game to Arsenal, show something, play a little bit direct, get stuck into the tackles, get stuck into the second ball, get stuck into the aerial duels, then you best believe we can do something. Arsenal, they're not some sort of a unbeatable side. No, not at all. They're not unbeatable. By no means. It's a matter of unsettling them. It's really a matter of unsettling them. Once you unsettle them, anything is possible. Anything is possible. These football pundits don't respect us because they are biased towards a certain opinion and not neutral, but we are happy to be a hateful and underdog because that motivated us. 100%. I see all the pundits, majority of them going for an Arsenal win. Majority of them. They don't think we are a chance at all. I feel like we're definitely a chance. I think we've got more than enough to compete at the highest level, and no doubts against Arsenal. As I said, Gino wants to know, easy 3-0 win, brother? No, I've already said, I think this is going to be a tight affair, man. It's really going to be a tight affair. I gave my prediction. I think it might be Chelsea 1-0. But then again, look, the way I was so confident with Barcelona's prediction, I'm not sure about the scoreline prediction on this one. All I'm going to say is that it's a narrow victory for Chelsea. 1-0, 2-1, one of these ones. I don't really see us run away with 3-0, 2-0. 2-0 unanswered? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could, but I feel like it's got a 1-0 or a 2-1 written for Chelsea Football Club. I truly feel like that's going to happen. I don't know why I'm thinking 1-0. 1-0 Chelsea is what I'm picturing. Is what I'm feeling. But yeah, look, let's do the lineup. As I said, there's a lot riding on this match. I want to just do the lineup with you guys. My lineup that I'd go with. Yeah, you guys can obviously chip in, of course. But it's gonna be a strange one, to be honest. It really will, because there's a lot of different combinations that we can go with. Sanchez in goalkeeping, I think that is given. He's in some fine form, man. He's in some absolutely fine form. Cucurella, of course, this guy, he doesn't drop anything less than 7.5 these days, much like Caicedo. I'm going with Chalobah. I'm going with Wesley Fofana. I'm hoping Fofana is going to be fit enough to feature for this game. He didn't feature against Burnley. He featured against Barcelona, and I'm backing Fofana to feature here. I'm going with Malo Gusto. I feel like Malo Gusto can't be dropped, man. I really feel like Malo Gusto can't be dropped here. The way Malo Gusto has been playing, you can't drop him. I swear you cannot drop him at the moment. tactically he's a bit of a X factor, man. Tactically, he's a bit of an X factor. I'm going with Reece James because I won the captain there. I know you guys will not like him there. I know I didn't like him against Barcelona, but I need my captain. I need my captain. And I want Malo Gusto to play. As I said, this is my team. So it could be very different. It could really be very different. Someone's saying Buddy Ishil. Buddy Ishil hasn't even kicked a ball since his injury. You really think Buddy Ishil is going to come and start? I don't think so. Caicedo. I think Enzo Fernandez, if he can have that same game the way he did against Barcelona, especially in the second half, my days, Arsenal will be in trouble. Arsenal will be in trouble. Ja Pedro. Garnacho. And I think it's going to be Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. People will talk down on Pedro Neto, but all Pedro Neto does is either score goals or produce assists. Barcelona's, the goal that we scored, the first goal against Barcelona, Pedro Neto was there. It was deemed as an own goal, but Pedro Neto was there. Pedro Neto scored against Wolves recently. Pedro Neto scored against Burnley. People want to talk down on Pedro Neto, but the man's been doing very, very well. This is what I'm going with. RJ as a right back, Santos in midfield is better. I hear that. I really do. But I feel like Malo Gusto, look, I won't mind. I really won't mind if that's what happens. I really have no qualms about it. But I just feel Malo Gusto from that position and the way he can take up, inside sort of these sort of areas. He can take up wide areas. Malo Gusto is a bit of a cheat code. He really is. Gino saying, Miz, where is Estevao and Palmer? Look, I think Estevao, there's some words going around that he's not starting. He's coming off the bench on this one. Neto has a good record against Arsenal. There you go. And Palmer is just come back from injury. Look, I don't mind. If either of them start, I have no concerns at all. I've got no concerns. I won't even be surprised if we go with exactly what we did against Barcelona, I won't even be surprised if we go with Neto. And if we go with Estevao. I won't be surprised if we do this. But it'll be a little bit shocking for me because Arsenal don't play a high line. So this might not really work out. Arsenal don't really play with a high line. So Neto playing up front probably won't make too much sense. I'd rather go with Ja Pedro. And look, you could potentially go with Estevao, but I know Enzo Maresca is going to go with Pedro Neto because Pedro Neto, the work rate that he provides, and the work rate is going to be very much needed. Nothing against Estevao. I think Estevao works hard as well. But Estevao coming off the bench, I don't mind it. I really don't mind it, especially against Arsenal. Against Leeds, I've got Estevao starting. Against Leeds, I've got Estevao starting. So look, I'd probably go with something like this, but then again, it may be something totally different. And that's fine. I completely believe in what Enzo Maresca is going to do. I completely believe in whoever starts. I've got no qualms about it. I've absolutely got no qualms about it. JB does well against Arsenal. We need his physicality and on-the-ball quality. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Neto is needed at left wing today, not right wing. Look, if that's the case, that's fine as well, man. If Neto goes left wing and we got Estevao on the right, I've got no problems. Bottom line, Neto is playing. That's the bottom line. Neto is playing because his work rate is going to be very important. I hear that. People are thinking Saka, but I've got full confidence on Cucurella. I've got full confidence on Cucurella and all these other players in and around to help Cucurella out. Time to put Saka in Cucurella's pocket. Time for Cucurella to pocket Saka, man. It's time. Cucurella is gonna put Saka in his pocket, man. It's gonna happen. I'm not scared. I'm not scared one bit. And Declan Rice. Look, I hope after today's game, people don't talk about Declan Rice that much and people start really talking about Caicedo at a different level. Different level. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Because I would say this could be our sliding doors moment. And I would say this officially changes the mentality of the day. And this is why this fixture is so important. This is why. It literally will change the mindset of, forget about rivals, it will change the mindset of our own fan base. Large part of our fan base that don't seem to believe. So the stakes are high, man. The stakes are high. And as I said, we beat Arsenal, they're going to be mentally damaged a bit. And that is what is needed. I don't want Arsenal to run away with jack all. I need Arsenal to get a bit of a check, a bit of a reality check. And I hope Arsenal players will be arriving at Stamford Bridge somewhat complacent, somewhat thinking, yeah, we should be taking care of this. Yeah, this is a team, all they do is just buy players, spend 2 billion. All they do is buy players. I hope you're a little bit complacent. I really do. I hope you're a little bit feeling a little bit, we'll just come to Stamford Bridge and we'll just rock up and we'll get the points. I hope you're feeling that way. Because that is going to be the downfall. That will be your downfall. Shubra, big up to you. Locking up Eze would be important for us. He always does well against it. That's true. And I think Caicedo is going to have special attention towards Eze. He really will. He really will. 2 red cards, Rice and Marino. That'd be nice. Look, bottom line, I hope we don't cop a red card. I just hope we don't cop a red card. And this game could be one of those ones where there may be a red card. I just hope we don't cop it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. I need to get some sleep because I need to wake up very early for this game. The match is in insane hours. Big up to each and every one of you guys that has tuned in. Thank you so much. Smash up the like button. Big up to In Life No Limits. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you, In Life No Limits. Big up, Miz. We really must, brother. We really must. Big up Alhambra as well, Miz. Thank you so much for the super chat. Miz, do you remember last season away at Liverpool restarted after injury? Could happen with Palmer. As for the game, I'm very calm about it. 2-0. I love it. I love it. I love the calmness. And look, it may happen. Cole Palmer could start. Enzo Maresca said, he alluded to the fact that he's ready to start. So I'm fine. I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Get ready, Miz. Today's war is 100%. It's 100%. 100%. All right, ladies and gentlemen, smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I'll see you guys 1.5 hours before the kickoff. Right now, I'm going to get a bit of sleep. Big day. Big day, ladies and gentlemen. Stay calm. Enjoy the rest of the day. And we'll see each other for the watch along. Until then, take care. See ya.